IBBC conference. Much to celebrate in Iraq as energy takes center stage. This conference seems to be shedding a positive light on Iraq. There is good reason to in doing so. Iraq is about to break out in a very big way. No stopping her at this stage now. Way too many legal obligations on the table. There will be far more to come. I have reviewed several different sources who all report the new pipeline project at an amount estimated at approximately 6.5 billion Iraqi dinars, $4.9 billion, is, in fact, accurate and written the same in all the sources. Just because Guru Cap doesn't want it to be true doesn't mean it is a mistake or misprint. Measures by the CBI they say will reduce the dollar rate. They say it will help reduce the dollar rate in coming days. Frank, the only measure the CBI is taking to reduce the amount of dollars in your country is the introduction of a new exchange rate that will add value to your currency, to your lower notes, and eradicate the need of using any foreign currency. This is the goal of the monetary reform process. I agree, in the coming days this mechanism will bring forth value to your currency and continue to remove the American dollar from your society. IBBC webinar. Drivers of the Iraqi dinar exchange rate. Description. On a webinar organized by the Iraq-Britain Business Council, IBBC, Professor Frank Gunter of Lehigh University and Dr. Ahmed Tabakhali of AFC Iraq Fund, an expert blogger on Iraq Business News, discussed the drivers of the Iraqi dinar exchange rate. A bank story. A little state bank in Texas. A member asked a teller if there was a new bank system, and was told, could be. And then when asked if they exchanged foreign currency, they said, yes, we will be. This is interesting from a smaller state bank. Seems more and more banks are reporting massive changes. Television is showing a big meeting where Sudani is giving 4 million dinar grant to all displaced families that are currently in camps in Iraq. Frank. 4 million dinar for the displaced families is an insult at 1320, but it is a blessing at 1.32. I challenge any content creators out that's making videos about the dinar. 2. A debate. Bring your receipts. Bring your proof that I'm wrong and I'll bring my proof why I say I'm right. That's all you have to do. It's not that hard. Remember that I challenged people out there. I would give them $5,000 if they could have a debate with me and prove me wrong about anything that I'm saying. How many people showed up? 0. New pipeline project at an amount estimated at approximately 6.5 billion Iraqi dinars, $4.9 billion. Community comment. The mathematical mistake basically equals 1.32. This seems very coincidental to the deletion of the zeros. Referencing the exchange rate in billions rather than trillions is an easy mistake to make. It happens all the time and everyone thinks there's something to it. Wrong. Iraq is preparing to establish a project that will change the oil map. Will it affect energy producers? The way this article is written, the amount of 6.5 billion Iraqi dinars equivalent to $4.9 billion is an example of the 3 zeros being lifted. We are going from trillions to billions because they lifted the 3 zeros. We are now in position for the next step of the monetary reform. The World Bank expects that Iraq will achieve economic growth of more than 5% in the year 2026, indicating that the recovery in the oil sector in 2025 will work to enhance growth in Iraq. The bank said in a report seen by Shafaq News Agency, Iraq's economic growth for the year 2022 reached 7.6%, and in 2023 it decreased to 2.9%. He expected Iraq's economic growth to decline in 2024 to reach 0.3%, to achieve growth in 2025 of up to 3.8%, and to achieve growth in 2026 of up to 5.3%. The bank's report indicated that oil exporting countries outside the Gulf Cooperation Council will help the expected recovery in the oil sector in 2025 boost growth in Iraq and Algeria. Despite the end of the first half of the current year, the Ministry of Finance began distributing estimates of current expenditures, revenues, and investment projects for the year 2024 to the ministries and governorates, in a late measure that came mainly due to the delay in approving the budget schedules, which did not take place until the 2nd of this June by the House of Representatives. Delay in schedules and spending plans, often making the numbers contained in the budget mere numbers on paper, not similar to the imposed reality, while Al Sumeria News takes a look at the size of actual expenditures and revenues, not those planned in the budget, for the first 4 months of this year compared to what is in the budget. The 2024 budget tables indicate that the estimated revenues for the year 2024 amount to 147.8 trillion dinars, which means that Iraq during the current year must achieve this amount, at a monthly average of 12.3 trillion dinars, divided into 10 trillion dinars oil revenues, and 2.2 trillion dinars non-oil revenues, bringing the total revenues for 4 months to more than 49 trillion dinars. However, the reality shows that Iraq's revenues during 4 months amounted to only 42 trillion dinars, meaning that the revenues achieved are 15% less than what Iraq plans in the budget.